Amara sat in her office staring at her phone screen. Another message from her mother, another plea for forgiveness. She sighed and turned the phone face down on her desk. It had been years since she had spoken to the woman who had given birth to her, the woman she had sworn never to forgive. Her mother, Ngozi, had left her father when Amara was just 12 years old. One day, she packed her bags and told Amara she had to do what was best for herself. She walked out of their lives. Amara was wondering why. She was too young to understand. Amara's dad lost his job 2 months before that time and couldn't meet all the family needs. He pleaded with his wife Ngozi to please bear with him, but Ngozi couldn't wait. Ngozi enjoyed the extravagant life she has been living before. She has been a full housewife at her own volition. Her husband has begged her to pick up a job since she has a degree, but she said no, that her mother was a full housewife till she died. So Ngozi will never appreciate her husband at any point in time. When her husband lost his job, it was as if she had been waiting for that unfortunate incident. She just packed out of the house. Amara remembered the night her father cried silently, thinking she was asleep. He never spoke badly of Ngozi, but his pain was evident in his tired eyes. Then a few years later, Amara heard that her mother had remarried. Apparently, Ngozi has been seeing a strange man even before she moved out of Amara's daddy's house. It pained Amara because she got to find out about this in her school, as at that time she was in secondary school. So one day during break time, they were playing under the mango tree. Rita, one of her friends, said, "Leave this Amara girl. She cannot understand our discussion. Don't you know that her mother has left her father?" Amara said, "Shut up your mouth. You better mind your own business." Rita continued and said, It's not only that her mother has left her daddy, but her mother has moved to Mr. Paul's house." The other girls laughed Amara to scorn that afternoon. Amara felt bad, and when she got home, she asked her dad when her mother was going to come back. The dad said, "Do not worry, your mommy will soon come back." Well, that afternoon, Amara was feeling very bad and sad. Her emotions became unbalanced, and the following day she started running temperature. Her father had to take her to the hospital. Even though he tried to call Ngozi and beg Ngozi to please come and check on Amara in the hospital, that Amara is missing her, but Ngozi snubbed and never showed up. After Amara finished her secondary school, it was almost difficult for her to further her education. But Amara said to her father, "I will look for a job and work for a year. So the little money that I gather and the one you will give me, I will use it to process my admission." While Amara was in the secondary school, she usually go and learn hairstylist from a salon near their house during holiday and even after school. So she has gathered knowledge about how to make hair. So the period of 1 year that she was waiting for admission, she goes to people's house, from house to house, to make hair for children. So she gathered little knowledge and then she even wished to learn more. She told her father not to overwork himself because lately the doctor advised him to reduce his hard labor. After working for a year, she had saved up some money and her father was so proud of her. She proceeded to the university, though life wasn't so easy for her. Many times she got tempted to involve in a wayward life, but then she always remembered that she has promised to make her father proud. She would rather go and do some weekend small small jobs. Sometimes she goes to big salon and work as stylist. Sometimes she work as ushers in event centers or as cleaner in a restaurant. She often goes home to check her daddy monthly because the father has refused to marry, even though people advised him to do so. But he said to himself, "I have not finished taking care of my only child. I don't want any women wahala." So he was committed to training Amara through school and they both loved each other. Luckily, after Amara graduated from the university, Amara became successful and she became a big businesswoman and she was doing very fine. But Amara had said to herself many years that my mother abandoned us for another man. She does not deserve my love. So over the years, Ngozi had tried to reach out to Amara, but Amara blocked her calls, ignored her messages, and erased every trace of her from her life. Even when she became successful, she has the wealth and everything, she never considered looking back at her mother. Then a few months ago, she received a message from an unknown number. It was a nurse at a hospital in Enugu. Her mother was dying of cancer. The woman who had given birth to her had little time to live, so she tried to reach Amara, but Amara deleted the message. More messages followed. Her mother had no one. The man she left for had died years ago. She was alone and in pain. Still, Amara refused to respond to the messages and calls. If she could leave me, I can leave her too, she told herself. Then one morning, the messages stopped. Amara convinced in herself that she did not care until a particular day. A call came from the same number, and this time around Amara picked the call. There was a voice from the other side saying, I am sorry. A gentle voice said, your mother passed away this morning. We tried to reach you, but you were unreachable. Amara felt a lump in her throat. For the first time in years, she allowed herself to think of her mother, not as the woman who abandoned her though, but as the woman who used to sing for her, who braided her hair, who laughed with her in the kitchen as they cooked together. She thought of the times her mother had tried to reach out, of the messages she had ignored. She could have helped. She had the money. A simple transfer could have given her mother better treatment or even prolonged her life and ease her suffering. But she chose anger. Now it was too late. Amara dropped her phone, buried her face in her hands, and wept. No matter how hot you can be, God still wants us to forgive. It may be difficult, but please try to forgive. Let go of the pain and disappointment. The Bible says in the book of Romans chapter 12 verse 18, if it's possible, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone. Thank you so much for watching and listening to my channel. Thank you so much for those that have subscribed. I appreciate you. This means a lot to me. I also want to encourage those that have not subscribed. Please kindly subscribe. You can also like, share, and comment. This is African Story by Temi. Thank you.